This is just a quick follow-up to a video I made yesterday, but I couldn't finish because I got a phone call halfway through it, in which I was talking about the problems I have with understandings of mystic or religious practice, which place those things within the confines of an individual mind. So, for example, God is a delusion in the mind, or God is inside on a more positive note, or spiritual practices, or alternative states of individual consciousness, all those kind of ideas, which, and in one sense, are irrefutably true. I mean, if you are doing the work, the first thing I did, for example, with TMS, transcranial magnetic stimulation, and you are waving magnetic hands over people and they are experiencing the presence of a divine being, it seems to be pretty incontrovertible evidence that that sensation of the presence of a God, for example, is the result of something happening in the brain. I don't really know why I'm dissatisfied with that. As an atheist, I guess I should be happy about that, because it seems to it seems to suggest that those kinds of experiences are just mental aberrations, and that's probably true in the sense, I don't know. But at the same time, the reason why I'm not happy with that is that it seems to me that you can say that about pretty much any internal stimulation. I mean, I'm looking at a tree. I keep using trees as examples. I'm looking at a tree. If presumably there's neurons in my brain firing right now to do with trees, does that mean that the tree is inside? Well, of course not, no. Or I might say, well, obviously it isn't, because it has other properties, in a way that God, for example, doesn't. It is materially available to other senses, for example. It is available to other individuals. It can be accessed through different kinds of instrumentations. I can take a photograph of a tree. I can't take a photograph of God or a spirit or a soul or something like that. And all those things are true. But I guess I'm still slightly unhappy with that understanding of, or at least I want to stay worried about it, because it's more interesting to be worried about that, I think. And really the only resolution I can find, which isn't a resolution at all, it's a bit of sleight of hand really, is by an understanding of mind. When you say this is only in the mind, it's an understanding of mind which is not drawing upon kind of post-enlightenment, late 19th, 20th century understandings of mind as a kind of property of the brain, located alongside the brain, within the brain, whatever, almost like a magnetic field in the brain, but an understanding of mind which is different to that, a kind of panpsychic understanding of mind, I guess, which again I'm not entirely happy with, but it's the best I can do right now. So that if you are saying that God is all in the mind, or the tree is in the mind, so yeah, of course it is, because there's the tree, and this is the mind, this is what I'm walking around in, and mind, whatever that may be, is just kind of filtered through this brain, really. So yeah, it's not an entirely satisfactory image that I'm developing there so far, but to the extent that I'm enjoying the challenge of wrestling with spiritual concepts, and to the extent that I'm unhappy with those ideas simply being attributed to idiosyncratic and delusional states of mind, the only resolution I can find for that, which is reasonably satisfying, is by redefining mind, or at least parts of that concept of mind, which are not located within the skull, which are not coterminous with the physical brain, and which don't have that restricted understanding of psyche that we find in 20th century psychology, but perhaps more like older understandings of psyche that you find in I don't know, Greek mythology or something. Yeah, that's where I'm up to with that.